Sure, sounds good.
Sure, no problem. Yeah.
Good morning, one and all. So we have finally gathered down to the business end of this hackathon, where we finally judge the top four teams of their respective problem statements. For today's problem statement, it was certain web development application. Okay. Now, before we start with the judging round, I'd like to introduce our judges. Okay. Our first judge is Mr. Rohan Sawant. Mr. Rohan Sawant is an alumni of SIES Graduate School of Technology. He has worked for Suitex Technologies Private Limited and SmartCow. Rohan is an experienced full-stack developer and is well-versed with Flask, DevOps, system design, deep learning, and Django. Now, for our second judge of the day, I'd like to introduce Mr. Kushan Sen. Kushan Sen is an alumni of the Conceicao Rodrigues College of Engineering. He is currently a senior software engineer at Simpress India. Mr. Kushan is an active full-stack developer with experience in programming, database, cloud, and the development and maintenance of complex systems. We heartily welcome you all here, and we hope for you all to have a great experience. I'd now like to request Team Bits please, to present their project.
Sure. Just a sec. Yep. Sorry for the noise. All right. Our problem statement is problem statement number one, and I'll quickly share my screen. Now, since we were told to record a video, I did record a video, and that would make our time like we'll do this very quick. Okay. Dion, what's the time limit for this? Dion?
Yeah, Mayank, the time limit is 15 minutes.
Right. All right. So now the application that we have designed is on React Native, and we have used Firebase as the backend. Now, for the starters, this application we have built is for bare really the person who has no idea about what applications are. For them, we have developed this. Okay, so everything is very simple. The user interface is very simple to understand. I'll quickly start with the video now. As you see, there's a simple registration screen in which I input my name and my email ID, and I input my car number, contact details, and emergency contact details. Okay. Now, using this emergency contact details, what we are doing is we are getting SOSs in case. So, as the problem statement also said, that we need to send messages on there, like give them alerts about mishappenings, if any. Right. Now, this since we were doing this, we felt that it's very important to spread awareness with this, because when we are dealing with something related to roads and safety, basically, it's very important to be aware about everything. So what we did, we implemented blogging as well. So anyone who wants to share any data, any information he wants to share can share. Also, here you can notice there's a make an SOS button, right? So that button we can use for making SOSs. This SOS button that you saw, this is a basically blog page, and I'm showing you all the blogs that we have created. These are basically uh, information that others want to share. These are the accidents that happened recently. Now, let's say someone wants help very urgently. In that case, we have implemented that accident, so everyone comes to know about the accidents. Now, this is how any person will report an accident. Okay, this reporting of an accident will take place as in the alert said that location has been stored. So the person has to know nothing about what his location is, where he is. Just by a single click, he can get to know where he is, and you can see there's the given accident that I created. Okay. Now, I guess I have implemented here SOS, but SOS took a bit of time that you will get to see after some time. Meanwhile, I have shown the account and leaderboard. So the leaderboard part, what we have done is we have given credits to people who basically they report accidents, and if they are genuine, they will get credits. These credits they after this project, we will get into deployment. We will get that bonus points, that bounty points into working, and they can redeem it at hospitals, at any place, maybe like the places we will get in contact with, right? This is how a simple user can create blogs, delivering his information to each and every person using this application. All right. Now, after this, I guess, okay. Yeah. So now you saw that. Now I just got that Twilio message, and the complete application was. This is what the complete application was. Okay. But this is not it. We have implemented the hospital part as well. That Pratyaksh, if you can share your screen, we can talk about it.
Yeah, sure. Just a second.
Yeah. All right. So this is a very simple sign up page for hospitals, in which the hospital is supposed to enter his name, email address, password. We'll not go into login details. Let's go into the login straight away. Okay. So as the person logs in, he will enter my email ID, MAYANK. 679@gmail.com. Password is 123456778. Okay, very simple password. So once he logs into the dashboard, he'll get to see the emergencies. Now, when you saw the login screen, you saw there was an make an SOS part. That emergencies are shown here, and in the topmost emergencies. Now, let's say I am in an accident, and right now I don't have this much time to open the app, take a photo, and do stuff. That time, what we do, we just click one button, and simply we will get the complete this emergencies thing. This will be the topmost priority for any hospital that we have taken care of. Okay. Now, so here is a field is taken part. So is taken is so we are giving this accident feature to every hospital that this accident has taken place. Now we are also showing that location where person can click and look into whether if the location is near to him and is taken, he can press done, and that location will be taken by him. So this was an accident reported by me. This is my location, and Pratyaksh is able to see my location, my area. Okay. Now, yeah. Okay. Now coming to the send SOS part. So we have given the doctors as well to send SOSs to all the emergency contacts of the car number person, the person whose car number has been registered. We were taking the emergency contact of that person. We are able to send the video messages to that person as well. So the way I had shown you in the image and the video, I had shown the we can do the send SOS here as well, and the team is open for the questions as well.
Yeah, Pratyaksh, actually, there's one part I did not understand is the send SOS button on the hospital page. Can you
Yeah.
repeat that once more?
Sure, sure. Pratyaksh, just in a second, what I will do is I'll
Just a second.
okay. Pratyaksh is
Yeah. Now we are sending the SOS messages to the emergency contact. Yeah. So I guess it's taking a little bit of time.
So I can show you the way we are getting the messages. Okay. So this is how we were getting the messages. So this is there is an emergency at location this involving this person. Please inform the local authorities. Okay. So this is how we were getting messages on from the SOS system. If the node part works well, you'll be able to see an unread message here as well. Pratyaksh, is your internet fine or it's not working?
No, it's a little bit slow. That's why it's taking such time.
I guess that's the problem.
It's okay. I just want to understand what that button is intended for on the hospital page.
Yeah, so basically they can send a message, they can broadcast the message to each and every emergency contact that person has registered. So let's say I have registered 3 emergency numbers. So the emergency number will be sent to the three of our users.
Okay. So that SOS is in order to inform the emergency contacts that so and so person has been taken to so and so hospital. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Thanks.
Hey, so I had another question. So in the problem statement, there is a line about maintaining the anonymity of the passenger, passerby, and the victim. So how are you guys taking care of that?
I didn't get your question.
Okay, so am I audible, by the way?
Yeah, you're audible.
I'll just talk a little slower. So in the problem statement, there is a line about maintaining the anonymity of the passerby and the victim for privacy purposes, right? So how does it integrate into this application? How does that? Yeah.
So firstly, a very good question. So now, firstly, we are not taking any contact information of the person because we are just taking their the car details, the basic car number of the number plate number of the person, and we are retrieving his contact details from his particular this number plate itself. So we have.
So initially, when during the registration stage, where we were taking the number plate of the user who's registering with us, while reporting the accident, if the number plate matches to one of the number plates that are already there with the registered users in our database, then the emergency contact of the registered users whose car was reported to be in an accident would be fetched, and WhatsApp messages would be sent to those people to their emergency contacts. So that is how we're planning on informing the close family members of the registered users.
Yes.
Correct, correct. And maybe another thing you guys could implement is in the problem statement we have the line ki when the emergency when the accident occurs we have to notify the hospitals which are near the accident place. So maybe you could do some kind of nearest hospitals thing and ping the hospitals which are in like 25-kilometer radius, something like
Yeah.
that.
So,
Yeah.
so for that, we were trying nearby again, and we did reach up for some conclusive thing, but we felt that it's important for um us to know that if we tell the given date given radius of the map, then it would be tough for us to, let's say, if the hospital is not available or is not working right now. Mm, some technical glitches are there. In that case, we felt that it should be given to everyone, and some or the other person will answer the call.
Right.
Got
That is the whole point of having the is taken column. Can you go to the web app, Pratik, please?
Pratyaksha?
I understand what you
Just
guys
like
mean, but what I
Yeah.
feel is there should be basically two sections on the screen. The first section which tells you about the nearby incidents, and there should be another which says something like more results, so that you can attend to some of the or the two incidents which are not inside that 25-kilometer radius, like Rohan just mentioned.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Maybe it can be as simple as a UX solution. You can just sort by radius or something. That would be pretty
Right.
good.
Right.
Right, right. So then what happens is instead of a person in the hospital opening each and every entry and checking that it is whether it is in its vicinity or not, it becomes much more gives a much more pleasant user experience.
That's true. That's true. We will definitely work on this.
So that's all from my side. I don't have any more questions. Great project, great work, guys. And it might have been difficult to complete the app and the website in 24 hours or so. So great job on that. That's all the questions. Nice.
Yeah,
thank you so much,
it's
sir.
actually really
Thank you.
fantastic. It's a really fantastic job. And if this is it is an I think we have still three more projects to see, and I think you guys have done really well in terms of both the applications. I'm really impressed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we've seen how an amazing project that was. These were this the code number of this team was UNS UNS underscore 9. Um, for our next team, we have PSP, which is UNS underscore 7. They will begin the presentation of their project now.
Sorry to interrupt. What do you expect? Do you expect us to do the final judging all together in the end, or can we do it one at a time?
No, you can take your time and then let me know, and then I'll ask them to present. That's fine. Whatever is okay with you. Whatever you think is correct.
No, the only question that I have is this Google form that you have given us. If we fill all of them up in one shot and then we submit, will it work, or we'll have to submit one at a time?
One at a time.
Okay.
Good. Hey, so Kushan, by the way, I think I'm going to submit it at the end. I'm just going to note it down, note the ratings down, and then submit it at the end. So maybe that's
Yeah, I'm doing likewise because this
yeah.
is the first project I really do not know what more is coming to us.
Yeah, exactly. Same. Let's wait till the end then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, no issues then. Y'all have the scores like tabulated, right? So y'all can just enter them at the end. That's fine, no problem. Okay then, so Team 7 PSP can start presenting now. Pranay, you can go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll be presenting my screen. Uh, if you can see the presentation in full screen when I ask it, okay?
Yep, we can see us.
So the problem at hand that we're trying to solve is that there's an accident on the road and a passerby wants to report that accident and ensure that the person who suffered the accident, the victim, is safe, that there's immediate healthcare provided to the victim, and that the privacy of both of these parties, the user who's reporting the accident and the victim, remains private, and medical healthcare is provided to this person as soon as possible. So before we begin, we tried to comprehend what would be the pivotal point of this project, and we decided that classifying an accident, or reporting an accident is the pivotal point of this project. So we designed a 53-layer CNN model to determine accident versus non-accident images, which classifies them from each other, not using a photo, but using your camera's live stream. So what happens is when you open the application, the first thing, and in real time, those videos that are rendered, we can find out if the accidents, if the images, if the frames in the video are accidents or not. This is a TensorFlow Lite model which works offline. That means that you need not be connected to the internet for this model to classify accidents or not accidents. This is a model that is inbuilt inside the phone when we've made the application. So this works even without internet. Now, the first case is when the accident is classified correctly. When an accident is classified correctly, that means the video in front of the camera is being predicted by the machine learning model to be an accident based on its learning. What we do when this happens, we obtain the latitude and the longitude coordinates of this phone, of the phone that is reporting the accident of the user. We use the coordinates, that is the location coordinates, to query Google Nearby API to find the nearest hospital and ambulance services in that area within a radius of 16 kilometers, and it sorts them on the basis of vicinity. The app automatically shows the nearest hospital, only the nearest hospital, along with the phone number and the direction, the screen of the user. The user can then call the hospital and ask for an ambulance right where they're standing, or they can tap other button which is directions to the hospital if they believe that an ambulance might take a long time and they can get the victim to the hospital quicker. Then they can tap on the directions button, they'll get the directions to the hospital, and they can choose to take the victim to the hospital themselves. After which, on the same screen, an option to either enter the Aadhaar card number of the person who suffered the accident or the vehicular registration number is there. And when they enter this number, this is used to alert their emergency contacts, the emergency contacts of the victim. I'll be elaborating that a little while later in the same presentation. For now, we've understood how the classification works. Now, these are the apps. If it is not an accident, as you can see, it's just a laptop screen. It is classifying it as not accident at 99.83%. When we show it an accident picture from Google, it is classifying it as accident, which is 87%. So we've kept a threshold of 70%. If it is classifying an image as more than 70% accident, then we assume that it is an accident image, and then automatically, without clicking any button, this activity is intended without clicking any button. So the user does not have to do anything. As soon as the machine learning model realizes that this is an accident, it will automatically give them the nearest hospital, the call option for the hospital, the get directions options, and the option to enter the Aadhaar card number or the vehicular registration number of the victim, and they can submit. So these buttons work as is, and for this there's the submit button. To classified incorrectly. Now, no machine learning model is 100% accurate, and we're damn sure that if there's an accident, our model might not be able to predict it as an accident correctly. Well, in that case, not let somebody lose their lives because our model could not, our model faltered. So what happens? There's a button where you report the accident manually. When you report the accident manually, there's just one slight change that happens. As soon as you press the report button, it prompts you to start recording a video on your camera, using your camera through your phone. When you record the video, submit the video, it comes on our database. This video can then be used to send to the hospital and the emergency contacts of the person to verify if the accident was really an accident or was it just fake. So the hospital can then decide to send an ambulance if they are checking the video. But in any case, the accident is still let any sort of delay happen in this process. We cannot let any admin panel get involved, because if somebody takes 10 minutes to reply to a query, that means somebody might just be losing their lives because of blood loss or hemorrhage during an accident. So we're still reporting this accident as soon as the video is uploaded. After the video is uploaded to our database, the rest of the process remains the same as we talked about, classified correctly. We use the coordinates of the phone to get the nearest hospital. There's the call button, the direction button. They can ask for an ambulance, and they will be entering the Aadhaar card number or the vehicular registration number of the victim if it is present on the spot. So as you can see here, the video that will be recorded will be only through the camera. There is the option to record the video from the gallery here is being cancelled, so it can only be recorded live. So there is no there's no scope for foul play here. As the video is uploaded, you can see here the video is uploaded option comes, and as soon as this option comes, it automatically intends to this screen. The user has to do nothing again apart from record the video. So this was the classification part and reporting part. Now coming to user registration, we believe that registration, sign up or login is not the first screen that should be popped up in this application. Why? Because this application is primarily being used to report accidents, and accidents need to be dealt with immediately. So if somebody is in an emergency and the first thing that they see in an application that is used to deal with that emergency is a long sign up form and a long registration form and a long login form, they would the application. Right? So registration part, a user can choose to register on our application. What data we'll be taking from the user is the user's name, the user's phone number, the user's Aadhaar card number, our registration number, user's emergency contact name, and the emergency contact number. This data is being stored securely in Google Firestore, and it is used to send only alerts to the user's emergency contacts when a victim spots them in an accident as a victim. I'll show you the registration process. As you can see, the TensorFlow Lite model is the first thing that pops on the screen. When you pull this bar up, you will see 5 more buttons, which is register, insurance, view accident, blood donation, and report. All of these features I'll be covering in detail. For now, I'm talking about register. And in registration, there's the name, phone number, emergency name, emergency number, Aadhaar card number, and car number. So this was all about registration. Coming to accident alerts. As we talked about this before, while the hospital name is being shown on the screen of the user who's reporting an accident, they have the option to enter the Aadhaar card number of the victim who suffered an accident, the car number of the victim, which might be available on the road, which after. So when they do that, what we do with that data is we check if this data, Aadhaar card number or the license plate number, is registered with us under any user. If it is registered, that means that the user has been registered on our application. That means that we have their emergency contact details. So using this data, we find out their, and after finding out their emergency contact number and the name of the person to be contacted, we send them immediate WhatsApp alerts about what is going on. The 3 messages that the user receives here is, the first one is the location, which can be directly tabbed and opened in the maps. The second message in WhatsApp is a short description about what's going on, saying your next of kin is in an accident and is being taken to this hospital, the name of the nearby hospital that the nearby API predicted, and please rush to this hospital ASAP. And the third feed is a optional feed if the user has reported using the report button when they capture video. If there's a video present, then we also send the link of the video to the emergency contact saying this is the video that was captured, kindly have a look, and you can confirm if this was your next of kin or not, and you can get in touch with the hospital. So here are the screenshots. Here you enter the Aadhaar card number as a user when you're spotting an accident, or the license plate number. Any one of them will suffice. As soon as you press submit, we query the database. We find that you are a registered. You get an update like this. You get the location. You get the text message that your next of kin Pranay has met with an accident and is being taken to Kapadia Municipality Hospital, multi-specialty hospital, sorry. As you can see here, what the nearby API predicted, and kindly rush to it, and the video recorded by the user who's recording, by the user who's reporting this accident. In the other case, if the video is not being recorded, then there'll be simply a location of where the accident happened, and the location and the message saying your next of kin is being taken to this hospital. There will be no link of the video. So these are two separate messages for two separate emergencies, as displayed here. So this was for the registered users. Now, what about the unregistered users? Users for which we do not have any emergency contact details, users for which we do not have Aadhaar card numbers or car plates to query. Well, we have them covered. Since we cannot contact their email, what we are doing here is first we check again their Aadhaar card and license plate number in our database. If it is not present, then we establish that they're not a registered user. And then we run a Selenium thread, which automatically tweets out to the concerned authorities with relative hashtags like SOS, ambulance required, emergency, accident. And it also sends a link of Google Maps, including the location where the accident had happened. Throughout this whole process, if you keep in mind, there is no user intervention required. The Selenium process is running on its own. If you go back to registered users, the WhatsApp messages are running on their own right after the user enters the Aadhaar card number. So they are not able to see, they're not able to see the emergency contact details, but the messages are still being sent to the emergency contacts, right? The privacy is being maintained and the user intervention is minimal, which is what we believe is a very good emergency application, because in that state of mind, you do not want to interact with the application much. So we take it upon ourselves to. So here is what it looks like after it's been tweeted. I tweeted this this morning after we reported an emergency. So it's SOS, ambulance help, there was an accident at, and there's this Google map link which pinpoints the exact location where the accident had happened. This was all about alerts, accident alerts on WhatsApp and Twitter for registered and non-registered users. Now we also have accident maps. So if we go back to user registration, you can see that we have a feature called register, which we covered. We have this view accident feature. Now what this view accident feature is all the accidents that are reported on our application, we have the latitude and the longitude of all these accidents. We're basically using these latitudes and longitudes and plotting them on the map like this. As you can see, the red markers are latitudes and longitudes of all the accidents that had happened. What this does is any user of our application, whether they be a registered or unregistered user, whether they be reporting an accident or not reporting an accident, they can access this map. On this, they can see where all accidents had happened. Now, what this does is, it helps the user who's traveling in a certain vicinity. Say if you're traveling here around this road, and if this is a casualty zone, you know that you want to avoid this zone if there's a lot of accidents that have happened here, if there's a lot of markers there. The second benefit of a map like this is this can be shared with a stakeholder like the traffic police or the government, where they can use this data to analyze where the traffic norms are going wrong, where there's a lot of accidents going on the road, and they can try to resurrect it. So these are the two very big major fundamentals that we've covered using accidental maps. One big feature about accidental maps is all the pointers that are being put here are real time. As soon as an accident is reported, the pointer that will be real time database Firebase. Now talking about another feature.
Pranay, you'll have to wrap up within 5 minutes because we've got another two teams and time
Yeah, yeah,
constraint.
yeah, yeah. Awesome. 5 minutes is enough. Thank you. Blood donation system for hospitals. Now, if we go back to user registration form again, and if we see the application, there is the blood donation part. What the blood donation part does, so sorry, what the blood donation part is doing is it is for the hospitals. Hospitals are usually in ample need of blood, especially when there's an emergency case of accidents coming in where there's a lot of blood loss of the person who's being brought in. Now, what this application, this is a complete application in itself. What this does is hospital is the main stakeholder. They can put out requests where they say we have a requirement of this much amount of blood, of this much of this kind of blood group, and it will be broadcasted to every user who's using the app in their vicinity using nearby API. Now, how this works is a hospital registers, and you can see here that the Karuna hospital suppose has 4 liters of requirement of blood because there was a cancer patient drive, and similarly there will be cards here that you can keep swiping to see different hospitals and different requirements of blood. Now, granted, this is not a huge feature of our emergency application, but this is a game changer for hospitals because in dire need of blood, this huge savior for these hospitals, and it can help save some lives. Coming to the last part, with now, as soon as somebody reports, after reporting the accident, the hospital might pick up the call and say, okay, the ambulance is coming towards you. But you do not know how long the ambulance is going to take. You cannot track the ambulance. This is something that we have taken care of again. There's an emergency two-way tracking system where both the victim and which is the user who's reporting the accident, and the hospitals can track their ambulance in real time. They can track their ambulance movement in real time from the place of starting, which is the hospital, to the place of the accident. Now, this can help ease a lot of things. If you holder like a traffic policeman who's standing at a road, they can be alerted that there's an ambulance coming their way, so they can keep the traffic intact. They can keep a lane open for the ambulance to move if they know beforehand that this is the route the ambulance is taking. And the second thing is that the user who's reporting the accident can also see how far away the ambulance is, and if it is too far away, then they can opt to take the person who suffered the accident to the hospital on their own if they believe they can help them reach quicker. So in all, nothing but a lifesaver. So to show the demo, I'll show you the demo here. Phones. One phone is the hospital, and the second phone is the stakeholder. So here you can just enter the. You can either enter your. You can either enter your location, or you can pick the location using the latitude and longitude. We chose to enter the location to show how the search bar functions. You can see how when the map is made, the route is made here, it automatically gets made here without touching anything. And if you look closely here, the red markers are the an Uber-like ambulance, but for now we'll use the red marker. Now this red marker start moving as and when the ambulance starts moving towards the area of the accident here. You can see here this red marker is moving on the route, so the person here can track if the ambulance is coming towards them or not. This was the demo. This was our application. The basic feature that we've tried to implement is that we've tried to keep the application very minimal for the user side who's reporting the accident. Almost everything is happening automatically, say WhatsApp messages, Twitter messages, the nearby hospital, the verification of the user, everything is happening on the back end automatically. The user does not have to intervene in any of this process. And we are hoping that you really like this application and that it helps save lives in the future. We're open to any questions that you might have.
Okay, so I'll go first. So you mentioned the client side application, and there is a TF Lite model running. So how is the application supposed to be used? I mean, is the user supposed to place the camera on their dashboard of the car, and when there is an accident, you get a notification, or if you are a passerby and then you see an accident and then you show it, or how does that thing work? Was a
Okay.
little, yeah.
So I'll share my screen again. So the biggest stakeholder here, as we've identified, is the passerby who's reporting an accident. For the user to for us to detect through the dashboard of somebody's car if they're in an accident, that would require a different model. But since the problem statement stated that there's a passerby who might want to report an accident, is what we focused on. So now how this part is working is, if we see the classification, I'll just make the screen big. So as you can see, if I point my camera, now my live stream is running, right? So as soon as I open the application, my camera is automatically started and I can see my surroundings on the screen. If I point my camera on anything other than an accident, it will show me not an accident. But if I point it at an accident where some car is crashed, a bike is crashed, somebody is lying injured, there's a lot of bloodshed, etc., it automatically classifies it as an accident, which is what we've trained. After it classifies it as an accident, it automatically then moves to taking the latitude and the longitude of the phone.
Alright.
That is,
Good. So
yeah.
hang on. So can we classify something? So if the model does not predict something as an accident, so for instance, if it is in low lighting conditions and the model is not able to predict it, can we still register an accident, or do we have to wait for the model to cross a certain threshold?
We can still register the accident. That is what classified incorrectly means, is that the
Mm-hmm.
model is predicting with 100% accuracy every accident. That doesn't mean we let anybody on the road to die because our model did not work. So what we're doing, the whole process is the same. There's just one small addition, that when it is not predicting and when you press this button, I'll show you the button that I'm talking about.
Sure.
Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So if you see, there's a huge report button here. If your model is not predicting, I'll just hide this so you can see the report button here. It's in black. I'm sorry, my phone is running.
Yeah.
So if you press this report button here, it will prompt you to record a short video of your surroundings that can be later used to verify if that accident was actual or not. Because there was our moderator told us that there might be somebody who can prank you and can limit your database out. So you need to ensure that there's some sort of validation involved. So if you press this report button, a video automatically starts recording, and that video is uploaded to the database, which is sent to, as I mentioned, the WhatsApp emergency contact and the hospital, that they can verify if the video is an actual accident or not. And after that, the process is still the same. We get the latitude and the longitude of the phone, and we predict the nearby hospital and call option and direction option.
So, yeah. So another improvement or thing you could do is you could take the validation on the server side. So instead of doing it at the edge on the phone, you could maybe try to do the classification on the server. So the advantage of that will be you might not need to run a model on the phone, and then you can also, the video that the user is sending, you can use that video to train a better model for classifying accidents in the future.
Yeah. So one feature, I'm glad you mentioned this point. When we record the video, we'll be using that video to train our model later on to classify the video that it missed out as accidental models as well. So we'll be using that data because we still have the link of the video. The other thing is, since we're using TF Lite, this is one of the lightest machine learning models that you can use on your phone, and the latency of this is very low. So in many cases, it has been found that TF Lite on an Android app using a live camera stream works faster than classifying an image or a video, taking it to a server and then returning the classification.
No. So that is, you're absolutely correct about that. I meant that once you record the video from the phone, then you just take the entire video and push it to your S3 or Firestore and then do it there. But this is fine as well.
All right.
Yep. And
Understood.
another question I had is there was a lot of models, a lot of moving parts in this project. So how did you guys manage to build everything in like a day or two? How did that work out? The work distribution and stuff.
We usually participate in a team of three, and one of our members is gone to indoor, so he could not participate. So it was just the two of us. I'm Pranay Bagrecha, and my team partner is Pranay Lobo. So Pranay Lobo mostly handled all the Android side of things, and I handled all the server side of things. So we started the server yesterday. I started building the server yesterday around in the morning around 11, and I started building it on Node.js. And then I realized I'm more comfortable building it in Python and using a Flask server to use get and post request. So then I started building the server again at 5 p.m. in Python. And then building the server was an easy part, like it's around 250 lines of code or a little more. But that was an easy part. For Pranay Lobo, he also started late in the evening because he had some placement interview around 3:30. So after that, he started working on Android, and then we did not sleep through the night, and we were working on this project all together, and we managed to complete it in time. Like we were grappling even till the last second to complete the presentation and ensure that the server is running properly, etc.
Good, good, good. Okay. Those are all of the questions I have. A question you can go ahead.
I have a comment, and that is excellent work on the requirement gathering part of this, because I see that your idea was that you both of you have had some spent really good time in finding out what all different aspects could you capture, and I think there are certain aspects which were not the demand of the requirement, but you have put them as well. So good work on that. But I would really like to know how did both of you go about with capturing the requirements for this?
I would like Pranay to answer this because he's not had a chance to speak during this whole presentation. Pranay, would you like to answer it if you're
Yes,
available?
yes, sure. We had to as our workforce was less, so we had to make it as a smart project. Okay, so if you see now, everything depends on the client server. We are not using Firebase as dot. It's all post and get request. So if you see the first part, that is the if you see whether it's the nearby API, I get the latitude longitudes. Pranay Bagrecha gets he uses the nearby API link. I give him the latitude longitude. He gives me the nearby hospital. I display it on the third screen, right? In the similar way, if you see a screen of maps where we route, right, where we use live tracking, right? So I have the latitude longitude. I just put it on Firebase Firestore. I use on snapshot and using the same code. If you see the code, there are two same code. Only the difference is in one screen the search bar is not there. In one screen the search bar is there. It's the same flow. And if you see the one map is black, one map is white. So that much only difference is there. If you see on the work this, and everything is get and post request. Nothing we are depending on the third party and the Google Maps API, right? So it was possible.
No, what you're explaining is the development side of it. I totally get that. What I want to understand is that these are all that in the presentation you covered all the various different aspects, like classifying an accident correctly, incorrectly, then the two-way tracking, then the blood donation. So how did you go about figuring out that these are the requirements that you need to put into your project?
When if you see when the first problem statement was released, the first question when everybody asked it was how are you going to predict whether the photo is genuine or not? The first question was that only when we everybody read the problem statement, and how are you going to predict it? And you can't tell the hospital to tell that this photo is genuine or this photo is not genuine. Neither you can tell anybody else. So of course we are going to use something that can easy prediction at least our model can do, right? So yeah, so rest is just image classification whether it's accident or not. Yeah. So
I would like to answer your question even further. You asked us about how we go about figuring out what aspects of the application we want to develop. So the first thing is we try to identify all the stakeholders here and what priority these stakeholders have. So the highest priority is of two stakeholders. The first is the person who's reporting the accident, and the second is the person who's the victim. So we try to figure out how will a victim be able to tell their emergency contact details and the name and the number if they're unconscious after an accident. So in that case, we allow them an option to register beforehand on the application. And for the user who's reporting this victim's accident, we allow them to enter very easily their Aadhaar card number that they can take out from their wallet if it's available. If not Aadhaar card, the first resort is always the car vehicular registration number because it is always available during a road accident, right? Apart from that, when we talk about WhatsApp, sending messages on WhatsApp instead of a normal message, we believe that WhatsApp is much more convenient for everybody to use. So we immediately classify that we have to use WhatsApp because we can send location on WhatsApp, which would just be a link on a normal messaging application like a text message. And we can send links that can be previewed on WhatsApp, that can be directly played on WhatsApp. So then we identify that WhatsApp will be our medium of communication. We also identify that if somebody is not registered, then what about them? Like we cannot just leave them for dead in the bush. So we also do something for them by making sure that a tweet is being sent out, which is like the most easiest form of communication with any sort of authority these days online. So we ensure that a tweet is being sent out on their behalf, just in case they do not get any requisite attention from the passerby. Apart from that, hospitals are a minor stakeholder, but we also try to look at their perspective. Accident, say related, what can a hospital require? It can be only blood, right? We can require a lot of blood because people lose a lot of blood during accidents. So then we build the blood donation part for the hospitals. And since we're already using the nearby API, we try to like overlay more stuff on it and see how we can exploit it a little more and find more data out of it. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, makes sense. Thanks.
All right. So, are there any more questions?
No, that's all
Or,
from my side.
That's all from my side.
all right. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I'd like to call on the next team, that is UNS underscore 24 Tech Hunters. You all can start presenting your project.
Yes, sir. I'm not able to share my screen.
Not able to, as in,
Like present now button is not working.
um, if
Okay.
it's a presentation or something, can you transfer to your team
Yeah,
members?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Is the presentation visible?
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, our we have named the app as Accident Click, a road accident reporting application. So, today's agenda is we'll discuss about following points like our team, problem statement, modules, features of the application, future scope, and followed by the demonstration of the app. So, moving on, this is our team Siddhi, Shraddha, me, Tanaya. So, our problem statement was to design a app, web app, or a mobile app for reporting the road accidents. And these are the modules that we have included in our app, that is dashboard, which includes reporting of self accident as well as other accident like crash between two vehicles, etc. So we have provided registration part also. If the passerby doesn't want to reveal his identity, he can directly report the accident by using the dashboard facility. And if the person wants to register with the app, he can register using the vehicle number. And we have also provided the feedback function in which the user can directly email us using the email provided by us in the app. And when the passerby or any person who reports about the accident, he or she will be able to click an image of the image of the incident. And then if the user is already registered, he or she can enter the car number after the clicking an image, and it will be verified if it is registered, and the message will be sent to his emergency contacts. Then after clicking an image, when we press on the next button, the app will automatically trace the date and location of the incident and will provide a map using Google Maps. And when we click next, the list of nearby hospitals will come, and the person can contact with the hospitals directly. And also we have provided the About Us tab, in which we explain what is the app about. So these are the features, like anonymity of the passerby is maintained. We are not revealing his identity. The app is user friendly. It is easy to use. We have made a simple UI and the verification of car number, as I said. And we have quick location tracing feature included in our app. So these are the future scopes, like we have single registration for multiple vehicles. We can add this. Also, we can send live maps of the location to the emergency contacts of the registered user. And we can interact with hospitals after the incident took place. So I will now move on to the demonstration of the app. Siddhi, over to you.
Okay, I will share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yep.
Okay, so this is our app. We named it as Accident Click. So let's get into the app. So this is the splash screen. This is the dashboard. Here we have added two options, that is self accident reporting or other accident reporting. So when we click on the other accident reporting, it will redirect us to the camera. We can click the photo of any accidental car, and we can click OK. Here we can see the clicked image. If we want to retake the image, then we can click here retake, and we can click the image again. And there is a option that enter the vehicle number. If we enter a vehicle number, if this vehicle number is already there in our database, then it will send a message to their emergency numbers, that is at this location this vehicle have got an accident. And By clicking on next, it will send the message. And this is our location page where we are showing the today's date, the address, and we are using Google Maps to show the location that is where the accident occurred. And when we click search nearby hospitals, it will redirect us to the Google Maps, and it will directly search for us that hospitals near me. And this will show the nearby hospitals. We can call them from here directly, or if we want to go to the hospital, we can get the direction from this. And in the first page, we have also added the police station number, that is 100, or the telephone number that is available on the Google. So when we have to register any accident to the police station, we can contact here by clicking this contact. We can contact directly from the mobile keypad. And we have also added the registration here. Here we can add the car or vehicle registration, vehicle number. If the vehicle number is already registered, then it will show us that the vehicle is already registered, so you don't have to register again. And if you want to register the vehicle which is not in our database, which is not registered, then it will, when we click verify, it will redirect us to the next registration page. And the vehicle number is already written here, which is previously verified. We can add here the user who wants to register can add the name. Email is optional. Their phone number, emergency phone number 1, emergency phone number 2. Emergency phone number 2 is optional. And by adding this, we can only enter 10 digits number here. By clicking the register, it will register successfully. And if we click verify, it will then say this vehicle is already registered. And we have also added a feedback button here. When we click on it, it will give us option to send an email using email, Gmail, or any email application we have on our phone. When we click on it, it will redirect us to that application, and they can write us feedback, or if they want any, if they have any FAQ, then they will ask here. We have also write about us, about the Click app, what is the app is about. So that's all. Thank you. You can ask questions if any.
Hi guys, so this was one of the very beautiful looking presentations as well as the mobile apps. Everything is clean. You have taken care of the nitty-gritties like calling, opening up the keypad, and the presentation looks really pretty. So that is one aspect which I really like. And coming for the questions, maybe you could make the interaction where we register the complaint a little clearer. So when you take the photo and then you click submit, there should be a maybe a alert box or something telling ki, ha, okay, this complaint is registered now. Right now we are getting redirected to the search nearby hospitals page, right? So maybe you can take care of that in some way or the other. And yeah, and yeah, that's all as of now. I'll come back to you. Kushan, you can take the floor.
Yeah, from the three projects that we saw so far, I found your UI to be the most lovely one. It's quite simple, and it is very easy to understand what needs to be done. And Rohan said, his suggestions is something exactly that I also had in mind. So apart from that, even I have no feedback.
So also to finish things up, maybe you can have a backend dashboard where you can see all of the accidents. I think I missed it, or maybe it was not there right now. So you can add that. And hey, so what stack are you guys using for the mobile apps? And
We are using Android Studio, and for database we are using Firebase.
Oh, okay, cool. So something adding a dashboard should be as simple as creating a web interface for your Firebase integration, and that should be fine.
Okay,
Yep, that's it for me.
thank you.
Okay, since they are done, I'd like to now call on Team 5. Just to clarify again, the team that just presented was team UNS underscore 24. The team that will present now is Team Anonymous, and they are UNS underscore 5.
Can I start? Like,
Can you just give me a minute?
okay, sure, sir.
Yeah, I think you can start.
Okay, sir. So, hello everyone. My name is Adarsh, and we are a team Anonymous. The problem statement that we got was road accident reporting system. Okay, so based on that, we made an mobile application using Flutter and Firebase as our database, and also some features of Firebase like AutoML and some APIs like Google API. Okay, so first I would like to give you an overview of the app, like basically what the app is doing and how it is working. Then Naman Soni will parallelly show you the functioning of the app by presenting a screen. So in the problem statement, a line was given. Let's check whether the accidental photo is genuine or not. For that, we have used a TF-Lite model, which we have trained in Firebase AutoML. Okay, so the TF-Lite model is used in which we can detect whether the accident, like the photo is real or not, and we cannot access the gallery there. The camera will directly open. You can click the image of the vehicle. After that, the model will check whether the picture is real or it's fake, and only if the photo is real, the hospitals nearby, like all the nearby hospitals, will get informed. If the picture is fake, nothing will happen.
Sorry to interrupt, Adarsh. Are you presenting something?
So no, not right now. I will present in 2 minutes. I will just give you an overview of the app.
All
Then we
right.
will present.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. Another thing that we have included is the license plate. The car registration plate capturing system. In this, you have two options. Either you can manually enter the car number, or you can just take the photograph of the car number plate, and the number will be automatically detected. This we have done using text cognition API that is available in Firebase. So after reporting, all the hospitals nearby will get an alert that at the and the location where the accident has taken place, and the first hospital to respond will go to will reach the location by Google Maps by following Google Maps API, and rest of the hospitals will get notified that one of them is responding. So Naman, can you please just share your screen and we will just show them how it is working. Yeah, and also along with it, the user can add his emergency contact number. Then, unfortunately, maybe someday, like when the user uh, is there in an accident, his emergency contacts will be informed, and also the hospital would be informed that that the guardians of the person, the numbers. Okay, so this is the home page. Here we can register as a user or as a hospital. Naman, log in as a user first. So we have kept the login simple because in times of like in such times like we need to be very fast. So the first time login is very simple. Like it is just in like you have to enter your phone number and you will get an OTP, and based on that you will log in. And subsequently you will not have to log in again. And the fetching of the OTP is done through Firebase again. Yeah. As Naman is the passerby here. Like the screen we are seeing, it's of Naman and he's a passerby here. Suppose he sees a accident on road. So what he would do is he would report it. So Naman, can you please report the accident? Yeah. Now he has two options. Either he can manually enter the car number plate, or he can take the photo of it. If he takes the photo of it, it would be automatically detected, and the numbers and the like car number would be extracted from it. Yeah, as you can see, it is automatically detected. And now for the accident image, Naman, what you can do is first try some random image. Yeah. Suppose like Naman is clicking right now the picture of his laptop. If it tries to like there are kids and people who randomly like take pictures of random things and they can report. Because of this, there will be like very delay in hospitals and really like it will be very difficult. So if it tries to submit right now, Naman, try to submit. Okay, we can see that the image is not genuine. The model detected that the image is not genuine and no report will be sent. Okay, now again, if a real accident takes place, we click the picture of that. Yeah, and now if he tries to upload it, it would get uploaded. Sorry for the minute delay. Actually, his phone is a bit slow, so because of that. Okay, so as you can see, the accident report has been successfully submitted, and now all the nearby hospitals, all the hospitals in the same pin code and the nearby pin codes have been informed. So, we have decided that Pulkit here, like he's let us suppose that he's the hospital, like he's an hospital manager. So, Pulkit, can you please present your screen? As he has sent the report. Yeah, and Pulkit is a hospital, like a hospital manager, you can say. Okay, yeah. As you can see in the hospital screen, an alert has come that somebody nearby has met with an accident. An accident has been reported. Okay, please call up Pulkit. Yeah, the car number, the vehicle's photo, the exact location of the accident, and the guardian details. As the user had already entered his guardian details earlier, the details of the guardian has come here, so that the hospital can directly call the victim's parents or the local guardian, whoever it is. Now in the map, we can directly click on directions, and the ambulance which is going there, they will directly get the directions to the latitude and the longitude. Yeah, here it is. So okay, the hospital to first respond will click on give medical assistance. As soon as he clicks it, all rest of the hospitals which are nearby, the button for them will be disabled. They will know that an accident has occurred, like the picture, and they will get all the details of the accident, but they cannot say that yes, I am going. because already one of the ambulance has gone from another hospital has gone. This is because someday it may happen that two of the hospitals are free, both of them respond, so it would create a chaos there, and it would waste time of hospitals. Because of this, what we have done is, like, as soon as we click, one of the hospitals click that they are giving assistance, the rest of the hospitals can't, they will be informed this, yes, like someone is going already. And okay, so I would like to mention a point here. Like yesterday, our mentor said us this key. This may happen that someday somebody will click the photograph from a laptop of a car accident, and then he will send the report. Yeah, of course, machine learning models will detect that also. But for that, what we thought we could do, but because of the time constraint, we couldn't implement as of yet. But we can implement very soon. Is that the passerby and the victim, if both of them are close by, like a radius of 20 or 30 meters, only then the report would be sent. Otherwise, report won't be sent. This is one thing that we can do here. And I guess you can ask us any questions if you have. And if you want to know the technical aspects of the code here, you can we can tell you that Naman and Pulkit are here to help you with that.
Sure. So let's start with the technical aspects. I think you mentioned Firebase a lot, so I think maybe Android for the front end and Firebase for the back end. Is that
Yes,
it?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. And what were the technical challenges you might have faced while you were building this? Anything?
Sir, we have built the app with Flutter. Sir, the model integration with the Flutter is very difficult. We can't find any package that can directly integrate it. So we did natively. We integrate that model, TF Lite model, with our app. So that was the biggest challenge for us. And the text recognition part, Pulkit has done that. Pulkit, please explain that.
Sir, actually, there few times happens that the different packages you are using in Flutter might support different play services version. So bringing two versions together in an app and deciding that which version will be implemented for what function was the task that made a hurdle for me.
Got it. Another question to add on top of that is, because we need internet anyways to send the request, maybe you could just have hosted the model somewhere and did the processing on the cloud, because internet is going to be used anyways, right? So don't you think about that? And maybe
Okay,
you could
sir. Can I answer about it?
Sure.
So the thing is, sir, we have published the model and also downloaded the model. So when the user downloads the app, the first thing which the app does is it downloads the model. If the model, then if we retrain the model online, the published model, if we retrain it, then the app will use the model online, which is present online. Otherwise, it can use the offline model, which is present inside the app only.
Oh, I see. So there are both options are available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, cool. The app satisfies most of the requirements, so that's great. No more questions for me.
And so one thing I would like to mention beforehand is that the UI of the app, it's not the best that we could design because of the time constraints.
No, it looked fine. I did not find it. It looked just fine. It satisfied whatever was required. No issues on that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the only thing I have to say is, like you said, that the model is loaded into the app. So that would mean that as soon as over a period of time, when you get more and more data and your model just changes and refines itself, you'll have to keep rolling out updates onto your app.
Yes, sir. Sir, we have other. We have.
The other thing is, sir, the model in Firebase, the models that we train, we can publish it as well as we can download it in the app as well. So if the latest version is available, we can just directly fetch the data from the server. And if
we can do both.
And if you're offline, then the model that is available inside the app, that is used. The offline model is used. So timely, if in every 2-3 months, if we retrain the model with new data of new pictures that we couldn't identify correctly, then every 2-3 months we would keep updating it.
So okay, let's just say that you have installed the app. Let's as of today, and after 2 months you see an accident and you try to report it. So what would the first thing that your app do? Will it download the latest model or will it work on the existing model?
It would work on the existing model, sir, because downloading the new model would only be done in the case when new version.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It's the user's choice, like to update the app or not.
I understand. Yeah. Okay.
So
Thanks.
another solution maybe you could do is you could host the models on something called Algorithmia. So that is a service where you can just host your models and access them through an API. So Algorithmia, you can just Google it, and that will make your work a lot easier. So you can try.
Thank you, sir, for the suggestion. I will look into it. I didn't know about it.
Yeah,
It's like new thing for me. Thank you, sir. So, any other queries or questions that you would like to ask?
No, that's about it for me.
Yeah, for me as well.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so then I guess we have come to the end of this judging
But hang
round.
on, so this was the team
This
number
was
5, right? UNS
yeah,
5.
this was team number 5. So yeah, the judges would now fill the form and evaluate you all, and then we'll see the rest of the teams. Okay, and then we'll see the rest of the teams at our valedictory ceremony. Before the judges start evaluating, I'd like to just tell the judges that we're so grateful that you've taken time out of your busy schedules. I know that it's a Sunday and stuff, but in today's work from home environment, literally every day is kind of working day only for most of the IT professionals. So even then, you all have taken time out and patiently listened to everyone's products. So I'm really thankful for that.
Sir, can I mention one thing?
Sure.
Hello.
Yes,
Sir,
sure.
actually, I don't know if it's right for me to tell this, but like one of the teams told that they made a model of 52 layers convolution layer. But sir, being like myself a data science enthusiast, I don't think it's possible to design a 52 layer convolutional like model in one day, sir, in like overnight. So that's the thing, sir.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah,
This is
okay.
just thing because like I myself like did this thing with the model thing. Like I had to use the auto ML feature of Firebase.
Adarsh, we are running short on time, and the judges have to evaluate you all also. So
Okay, sorry,
we'll
sorry,
have
sir.
to cut short this, and you all will have
Okay.
to interact some other time. Okay. So can the remaining everyone except the judges leave this Google Meet?